Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another episode, a special episode, off season? Yeah, off season episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy Big Zeke in the building. I hear my brother Kesey.
What's good people?
I'm also here with my brother Dre.
What up, everybody? Good to be back.
All right now, all right.
Mic check.
Should be straight. I
Think
assume
so?
we should be straight.
One check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
We are
Mic
in this
check.
thing now. Too late.
You said what?
So we are in this thing now. Too late.
No, because I know how to turn up volumes.
You think you do?
Yours real quick.
You too.
Do what?
You think you do?
Go ahead.
So let's get right into it. No injuries, obviously. This is an off-season episode. Talk about stuff that's been happening for the last couple of weeks. We were supposed to record a couple of weeks ago or last week, but technical difficulties, we could not. Shout out to the people who missed us. Shout out to the people who missed us. So let's get it. Last episode, we discussed the top 5 draft picks and the impacts on their team. Now that we've seen them in a summer league, what do you think about the top 5 draft picks? They all played at least one game. What do you guys think about the top 5 draft picks? Really quick to go over them. Victor Wingspan with San Antonio. Brandon Miller with the Charlotte Hornets. Scoot Henderson with Portland Trailblazers, Amen Thompson with Houston Rockets, and his brother with Detroit Pistons. What do you gentlemen think?
I think NBA fans are not patient.
You think NBA fans are what?
Are impatient.
Are you talking about who?
NBA fans, period, because social media went completely nuts over Victor's first game. People called that man a bust.
Mm-hmm.
People talked about San Antonio made the wrong decision. People just went nuts. And then in game 2, he came and showed y'all just what he's capable of. His game 2 stats for me, for what he played, albeit a summer league, were very impressive. A near double-double. So I was certainly impressed with Victor Wembanyama. I was certainly impressed with his gameplay. Victor Wembanyama. I was certainly impressed with his gameplay. All 5 were good. None of their teams won the title, but Victor got shut down after 2 games. And so I'm very impressed with him. I'm actually impressed with a lot of the rookies. The top 5 you mentioned all did well. I think Brandon Miller is going to be very special for the Charlotte Hornets. And I think Scoot, it all depends on what Dame Lillard does. I don't know that he'll be able to play with Dame's level because Scoot plays a little faster and Dame plays a lot slower compared to how Scoot plays, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I like all 3, but
Victor
obviously is a standout.
In your opinion?
In my opinion, Dame's plays a lot slower ball.
He plays a
What's a lot slower? What is slower?
So when you think about Scoot plays, I'm not going to call it almost sprinting, but if you look at the Golden State Warriors like Steph, they play fastball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix plays fastball. Dame tends to play a little slower, right? He ain't sprinting down the court. He giving you a jog. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but in Dame's level of basketball, Scoot seems to play a lot faster for the kind of game that he's playing right now, at least in summer league and college.
Well,
Is that what you think?
That's what I saw.
My thing is watching that and watching all of the mistakes those young players make, and that's their problem. They have to slow down and play the game.
Summer league, Casey.
But at the same time, they can't do that against Dame. He can't do that against Drew.
Mm-hmm.
He can't do that against Steph. He can't do that against Clay. He can't do that against none of the league top players. Probably even some of the worst players that's in the league already. That you would consider the worst. Because the game is actually faster than what it is led to believe that it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually be out there to see how fast of a game it is. and it's a lot more physical. A lot of those players that they going against is nowhere near as skilled as the players in the league.
And nor should they be. They're
But
fresh out
that's
of college.
exactly.
What
But
you
that's
talking
I'm talking about. You talking about Dame slower and this and that. Dame is smarter.
No, I wasn't talking to be critical of Dame. The question was, how do we think they fare? And I said, because Scoot is going to play for Portland. And I said, if he's going to play speed ball, he may not mesh well with Dame. That's what I said. Because Dame plays the game slower. Facts.
I agree. I kind of agree with both what you guys are saying. I see what both you guys are saying. With me, you was talking about the guys who were talking critical about Victor Wingspan and the San Antonio pick and after his first game and so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. I was never high on Victor. I've never been high on Victor.
I remember.
7'5", big old feet, skinny. I seen some high, and my thing is a couple of things. Only one of these top 5 draft picks went to college. Only one of them. Everybody else was like, nah, I don't need college. I'm good on that. All right, cool. I have this argument constantly with someone who's younger than me who feels like the NCAA is no longer needed. And I sound like the old man on the porch. Like, college isn't just you not getting paid. College is exposure. College is you horning in on your fundamentals. So when you do come to league, you're more prepared. I think in recent history, we have seen that you don't have to go to college route, but it does help somewhat. And even if you go for a year, it helps. Having a coach like Coach K or Coach Calipari, whatever his name is one of those the guy
Calipari.
Yeah, whatever. Calamari. The point is that once you have those kind of coaches
for your day
in your
job
life,
to be what it is, I hope you don't make these mistakes, dog.
But exactly.
Don't let him get you caught up.
I'm not.
What?
But-
It's the truth, Calamari, bro.
But the point,
He's just called Victor Wingspan.
Victor Wingspan, bro.
and he's the only. First of all, they couldn't even announce Antetokounmpo for the first 2 seasons.
I still struggle.
So Victor Wingspan is gonna catch on. Watch what happened.
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes, here comes
Antetokounmpo.
whatever it is.
Antetokounmpo, bro.
It's not Antetokounmpo.
It's Giannis. It's Giannis.
Yeah, it is.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's Giannis.
It's Greek.
Here comes
freak.
Giannis
Here
coming
comes
down the lane.
Greek freak down the lane.
Exactly. And one of these announcements gonna be like, "Here comes Victor down the lane." But my thing is, I never hyped on him. So his first game, I was one of those guys. Trash. He is trash.
You was going in.
Second game, all right, cool. But you see what? First of all, San Antonio. I don't think they regret it just because his jersey sold out first day it came out. First
Did you
day
see
it
the
dropped,
line?
sold out.
Did
I
you-
did see that line.
He is a walking stimulus package.
So he's a walking he's marketing. So they're not mad about that, but they know his game is not going to. I don't know if we're gonna see number one, he'll be an all-star, but I don't think he'll be everything everybody says he's gonna be his first year, maybe 2.
Well, I don't
And
think
I'll also
anyone.
see him being injured, possibly prone that first year. He's already said, and he said it. I played terrible. He said some other stuff, but he's
trying to learn how to play this game. He doesn't know how to play this game.
Exactly. And when you come into the league with the hype that's saying something like that, and they went back to like, hey, well, how did LeBron fare in his first game, or how did these other guys fare their first game? First game, summer league, he almost had a triple double.
Well, let's be frank. He's no LeBron.
He's no.
They're not
what I'm
even
saying.
comparing.
But yeah, they are. Yes,
Hold
they-
up.
Hold on.
They're comparing his hype, not his gameplay.
No,
his hype.
exactly. They're comparing the hype,
The hype.
and some people measure up to the hype, and some people don't. Victor Wingspan is not added up to the hype.
I disagree.
I don't
Because
think
the hype
I don't
means you
think-
spend. Listen, bro.
Go ahead.
Y'all know I was supposed to be in summer league.
Mm-hmm.
Up until they announced that he was actually going to play, summer league tickets weren't even sold out.
Yeah.
You could still purchase them. The minute they announced his gameplay for Friday and Sunday evening, both tickets sold out. I paid only $60 for my summer league game,
Mm-hmm.
and I sold it for $185, just on the fact that Victor was going to play.
Yeah.
So the hype in
But we're talking about
finance-
skill, though. We're not
I
talking
don't
about
see, I don't think people compared him to LeBron for
Yeah, they
skill.
did. Yeah,
No,
they
you
did.
couldn't.
Yeah, you
because
did.
no, if you go
He
back and
shoots.
look at
Hold on. He shoots threes. He's dunking. He's 7'5", so he should be able to dunk over people. He should be rebounding. So these are. Hold on a second. These are things they talk about LeBron with. Yes or no?
Casey, come on, man. You're a LeBron guy, and if you go back, no one ever said he's going to be like LeBron. They said
Okay.
he's going to have the same height
They're saying
and value as LeBron.
so
to
what
the
they're
Spurs.
saying is he's a next generational player like LeBron.
That's what they're saying.
That's what the hype
And
is.
I'm saying
But
he isn't.
But he isn't. That's what everybody's
You
trying to
can't
say.
make that judgment yet.
Yes,
You've
I
only
can.
seen him play twice.
Yes, I can.
He's not.
Okay.
I don't think he's
I don't need to
generational.
see-
Okay. Remember Steph Curry? I'm gonna shut up. They said it about Steph, and now they're
Mhm.
calling him the greatest athlete of this decade.
Athlete is a big word.
And no,
Not the
because he's
great-
probably gonna master golf when he retires.
The
from
greatest
basketball.
athlete of this decade.
People are
No,
calling him the greatest
No.
athlete of this decade.
far from that.
That's okay. I don't really care either way. But what I'm saying
But then
is
you shouldn't even say it.
he did, but it's true.
It's not. How's
He's
it
one
true?
of the top athletes of this decade, bro.
No,
As far as
LeBron
what?
is
Far
the
as what,
greatest
though? Hold on a
player of this decade.
I
Hold on a
didn't
second.
say play. I
As
didn't
far
say
as
that.
What? As far as what though? Because if you're talking about how he's
Mastered
quad,
two sports.
quadruple,
Who's the
hold on.
last player that mastered two sports
Time
and
out,
can
time out,
play
time out, time out,
and
time
can
out,
play it
time out.
competitively?
Are you saying that Steph Curry can play golf professionally?
Have you been watching it?
Yeah, I have.
And he
he's
just won.
good. Hold
And
on.
he just won.
Yeah, a celebrity match.
He won a golf tournament though.
A celebrity golf
Andre.
tournament.
Steph Curry
It's different when you're
has
playing against
what it
pros.
takes. I'm aware. He has what it takes to be a golf athlete. So does J.R. Smith. Y'all better pay attention.
First of all, J.R. Smith, maybe.
Y'all better pay attention.
J.R. Smith, maybe.
Y'all better pay attention.
I do pay attention.
I don't
I've
think you
seen-
do.
No, I
because
do.
if you don't think he can play golf on the pro side,
no,
now you're hating.
no,
Now
I'm
you're
not.
hating.
No, I'm not.
Get back out on the golf course and fall in love with it again.
No, I'm
now
not.
you're hating.
No, I'm not.
Now you're hating.
Because
Ask
there's
any
no
of
way.
your uncles, ask
No
CB, ask Mervyn Bird if Steph Curry can play this game
Not
at
with
an
pros.
elite level.
Not with the pros. Not with the pros.
Okay.
He liked the game.
Okay.
That's it. He liked the game.
Okay.
I get it.
But back to Victor, I don't want us to be overly critical on him because we've only seen him play twice. And the second time, he actually played very well.
You know they sent him to the G League.
They send all their players to
No,
the
they
G
don't.
League. Yes, they do.
Who?
Giannis played in the G League,
Who
but
got
we didn't
sent?
have one at the time.
Who got sent to the G League?
Victor got
Victor.
sent to the G League. They're sending him to the G League.
Now
That is very telling.
they're sending him there now
That
to
is very
practice.
telling.
No, it's not.
You know why they sent
No,
him to
it's
the
not. What's the name was in the G League?
Who?
Klay Thompson played in the G League to get back from injury.
Yeah, from injury. We're not.
He needs to learn the game. Zeke, you're taking it too
No,
far.
I'm not. No,
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah, you
no, I'm
are.
not. You are a number one draft pick. You are 7'5".
If Anthony
There-
Bennett
and-
went to the G League, maybe he'd still be playing.
Who?
Anthony Bennett from the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, he had
maybe
college.
he'd still be playing.
He had college. The point I'm saying
Did he?
is
He had 1 year
you
of college
can't be
and
what,
had a terrible career.
and what happened?
He had
He
a
was
terrible career.
a bus, right?
He was a bust.
Okay, then. So what are we looking at?
We're not looking at a bus. We're not looking at a bus. Anytime Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan,
If you
David
if you
Robinson
come to
are-
the no, if you I don't care who if Jesus can sit there and coach you, unless he for to insert some skill into your body, you suck, you suck. Don't sit here and tell me, and that's the problem. We be trying to cut these guys some breaks here. You're supposed to be the next thing compared to LeBron, or not even LeBron. You're compared to some of the greats.
I have not heard anybody compare him to a great
So what do you
other
think?
than
Hold on.
his economic
So
value.
what do you think they're comparing him to his skill set?
They're
How
not
do you think he
comparing
did-
his
hold on.
skill set.
Where do you think his skill set came from? What do you think they're talking? Man, he's going to be a big market. You know how many 7'5" guys are out there?
Okay, so I don't know where that G League stuff came from because I don't see anything saying that Victor is in the G League. I don't see
After
anything
his-
that says that.
After his first game, they talked about sending him to the G League. They also talked.
You can send him to the G League before the season starts. They play in different times.
You're the number one draft pick.
No, I
You're the
think
number one draft pick.
Casey, I mean Zeke has been done before.
Who?
I just told you Klay Thompson played in the G League,
When he was coming from injury.
but it's still the G League.
Even Steph never touched the G League floor.
Maybe he should have.
Not
Them
that he's the
ankles.
greatest athlete of all time.
I didn't say he was. I said people are calling him the greatest
Which
athlete
one
of
is
all
the great-
time.
Which
I didn't
one
call him the
is-
greatest athlete because it's clearly LeBron. It's clearly LeBron.
Then why would you make Derek?
Because I said Steph is one of the greatest athletes. Is he not?
All right, he's
It-
not.
You started out saying he is the greatest athlete.
I did
and then-
not say
yeah,
that. I did not. I
Rewind the
said
tape.
You
people
said
are
so-
calling him the greatest athlete.
And you also
I did
was-
not.
And you just want a
I
little
didn't
rant.
call him the greatest
You just
athlete.
run a rant talking about he's gonna be one of the greatest golfers.
I said he has the potential to be a two-sport athlete when he's
LeBron
done
James
with
has the
basketball.
potential to be one of the greatest tight ends in the football in the
Then
NFL.
he should probably go play.
He shouldn't.
But he don't need the money.
But the neither
He
does
don't need the
Steph.
money. Speaking
my
of
thing-
Bron,
But my thing,
shout out
is-
to Bryce. Not Bryce. Is it Bryce? Bryce and Carmelo's son, Bron's kid and Melo's kid are playing together, and
yeah.
they look pretty
Hey,
impressive.
yeah.
You hard on people, bro.
I am.
They look
They
decent.
decent for
They're
football.
sophomores.
I said they
You
decent
know what?
for where they're
Actually,
at.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Actually, Kyan's a junior and
a rising junior. That same thing.
I think is he a junior? I thought he was a sophomore.
He's
I
a
thought they both were
rising junior.
sophomores.
One's a rising junior. One's a rising sophomore.
one's going to be a sophomore, one's going to be a junior.
Yeah.
Oh, but the point
Here's
is,
the
they're
thing.
AAU. Hey,
Here's the
Kyan,
thing, folks.
I'm not going to lie. They're not average. They're above average.
yeah,
for sure.
I do agree with that.
And I was
Hold
wa-
on, are they?
And I was watching them go against Carlos Boozer's sons.
And
Those
what
are-
happened? I seen that too.
Ki-
Boozer's sons is some beasts.
Yeah.
And he was like, it felt like, hey, y'all, I play a man's game.
But
y'all
they-
play little.
But
I
he
play
also,
a man's
but
game.
he also 6'9" though.
He is, and I get that. I'm just saying, it
They
felt
like 6'3", 6'4".
it just felt like Carlo Boozer's sons was like, hey, I play a man's game.
But
Y'all,
listen.
y'all cool over there? Y'all play a man's game.
But
over here.
I seen
Like,
Kyan do a drop step.
yeah.
And
Yes.
and that was shocking to me.
Now,
Really?
now, if you said
Carmelo don't play about his son.
if you wanted to be critical
But
of
a drop step, he fumbled the ball, got it, boom, huh.
if you wanted
getting
to
taller.
be critical of Carmelo's son, you should have said don't knock his game.
I just said
You should have said he called Paul George the GOAT.
Well,
That's why you should have been critical. What
That's
is
just-
their obsession with Paul George?
Who said Paul George to go?
Kyan
Brandon Miller.
Anthony.
No,
They asked him
Brandon
his
Miller.
top five.
Oh yeah, he did say
They
that.
asked him his top 5 favorite players. He said, "Well, Paul George is my GOAT."
Paul George.
And of course, he listed his pops. He didn't even have LeBron on there.
A lot
You
of
say
kids don't.
LeBron and that's your daddy is Carmelo. Come on, man.
Why
You
not?
can't.
They all like cousins.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
can't. do it.
All I know is this
You
though.
can't.
I mean, I just felt going back to
You breaking the G code.
Come
Come on now.
going back to the
You know
top
what I'm
five.
talking about.
I do. Top 5 picks though. I think Victor is not. I think Brandon Miller, like you said, Brandon Miller's gonna be something special. The Thompson twins, I think they're gonna be pretty good.
I'm telling you right now.
And then I think Scoot Henderson is gonna be something.
I'm-
I think they should get rid of Dame and Scoot. That should be Scoot's team. I think he can handle it.
Amon is going to be
Something special
the sleeper of those 5.
in Houston.
Yeah.
You think?
I just watched it. Just
one
watch
of them
him.
had one of them had a quadruple double, and I don't know who.
Just watching him and his skill level and his moves,
It's smooth.
he's different.
He's smooth.
He's different.
He's very smooth. I will give it to you. Very smooth. He tall. Oh, smooth. He know how to use his length. He's 6'8", 6'9".
Yep.
He know how to use his length.
And he can handle the rock.
He can handle the rock.
And he
can
got
shoot.
some quick bounce.
Exactly. So I'm more intrigued to see those four guys. I can see those 4 guys doing more damage than Victor. I'm sorry. It's just, to me, is Victor
Well,
didn't really.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Because
Um,
again,
but I'm one of those
he
guys
could grow
who's
into
critical.
it.
He could grow into
It
it.
could be Joker.
I mean, I'll say this. Chet was his name? Chet Hogan.
Yeah.
He looking like he gained like 10, 15 pounds. He looking real good. I'm like, okay, all right. He looking like rookie of the year type. Okay, all right. Okay.
I mean, we shall see though.
We shall see. And I may be wrong. Unlike Dre, I have no problem admitting I'm wrong. I don't have
Oh,
no problem.
I admit when I'm
No
wrong.
problem coming in here with a
Y'all
little
just
Victor jersey.
be wrong saying what I
don't mind
said or
coming here
didn't
with a
say.
Victor jersey, like,
We ain't gonna do all
yeah.
that, 'cause I ain't doing
You know,
that.
exactly. You're not gonna do that. You don't
Nah,
man up
I
on
ain't
doing
doing
that.
that.
I ain't talking
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
I mean, this group has intrigued me a little bit compared to the recent years, where I just
just
like
need to see a
where I
good
just be
group.
like, ugh.
I just need to see a good.
Oh
group.
man, another one of these groups. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
saying they scrubs, but we might have a generational talent in one of these picks.
That's true. I think
That's
it's
what I'm
the
looking at.
mentality, though. It's their mentality.
So
That's going to take it to another
Did y'all
level.
get to see my boy play yet?
Who?
Imani Bates.
I did see him play.
I have not.
I don't know why. This is the thing about Imani Bates. And I hey, I may not just know. I didn't do no research on the dude. I just knew some guys were saying he's really, really good. I heard somebody say, I just don't like the way he plays basketball. Some people say I don't like the way his attitude towards the game. Like Patrick Beverly said on his podcast, a lot of these guys don't have a love for the game. And I think Bates might be one of those guys who doesn't have a love for the game.
How do you know that?
Speaking of,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I started saying I don't know, but what I'm saying is, from what I've seen in the summer league, he's going to be something special. I think he plays shooting guard. So him coming off the bench right behind Mitchell could be something special.
Speaking of podcasts, the sports media need to censor Paul Pierce.
Why?
What a hater.
Well, we're not gonna go there. I know what he said. I know what you're gonna talk about.
I know we're not gonna talk about. I'm just saying we need to censor him. He just went in on Dwayne Wade. He just went in on Dwayne Wade, talking about Dwayne Wade isn't an all-time great. Talking about he had a better career than Dwayne Wade. Like, bro, what world are you living in?
Did he not know how many rings Wade got compared to him?
He said if he would have had Shaq,
Dwayne Wade, if it wasn't,
but why did he keep saying that though? You had
Right.
Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen.
right. Anybody that
No.
played with LeBron, it seems like he had Paul Pierce has his chip on his shoulder. I'm gonna tell you this: Dwayne Wade, if Kobe hadn't been in the picture, Dwayne Wade could be argued as one of the top 3 or 4 shooting guards to ever play the game.
well,
Top 3 or 4. He is top 3 or 4.
That's what I'm saying. But if Kobe wasn't in the picture,
He'd be
Kobe's
1 or
literally
2.
number 2. He'd be 1 or 2.
yeah.
He'd be 1 or 2.
Who else outside of Kobe and Jordan?
Dwayne Wade, shooting guard.
Outside of Kobe and Jordan, for
Yes.
shooting guards.
Yes.
Come on, all time,
All time.
all time.
All time.
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
I'm trying.
He ran his team. Remember, he got a ship
Until-
before Bron came. Bron came and obviously helped him get 2 more.
Well,
No.
well,
Dwayne Wade was a killer. Now, I don't know about his off the court stuff, but Dwayne Wade was a killer. And for Paul Pierce to be as disrespectful as he is to LeBron and Dwayne Wade, it's not a man trait, first of all. But second of all, bro, you need to go get some business because it's ridiculous now. It is ridiculous.
Only person that you can probably compare to him is probably Klay Thompson. Yeah.
Of all time.
All
Dwayne
time.
Wade is top 5 or 3. If Kobe wasn't there, he'd be 2 or 3,
So
guaranteed.
Answer me this question. Does Dwayne Wade outrank Reggie Miller?
Yes.
yes.
now hold on a second,
Yes.
Tone. Pause that.
Yes.
Pause that, Tone.
Yes.
Here's the thing: Dwayne Wade has the hardware. He has the hardware.
And the numbers.
So
And the stats. Come on, man. Come on,
the
man.
hardware. He has the hardware.
To me, if we're doing pure skills,
I don't put
would
him.
pick Reggie over Dwayne. If we're talking overall stats, Wade wins because he has the rings and Reggie.
That's what I'm
Are-
saying.
wait. Are you done,
That's what I'm
Tone?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's
S-
my personal.
Spoken like a Knicks fan. Spoken like a Knicks fan.
Knicks fan.
No. Spoken like a
Oh.
fan that's used to losing. That's all I'm saying.
No, but first of all,
What we gonna do? We gonna do. Okay.
Spoken like a Knicks fan.
I'm surprised. Hey, look.
You got tea time.
Look.
okay. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you some about my friend Dre here. Dre don't get a lot of them, but when he gets you, he gets you good.
Oh, Drake gets them, but y'all just don't like when I get them. And sometimes they're a little
Okay,
overboard.
now, but
But-
y'all have a very
Sometimes.
Hater. Paul Pierce is a hater.
Paul
Can we
Pierce-
agree on that?
good. Okay. Okay. So here's my thing. I agree with Tone. I actually agree with Tone. If he didn't have the hardware, I don't know if I would put him in that high. Honestly, I don't know if I would.
You haven't given us the name of who you would
But you gotta
outrank
think
him.
about-
So I'm okay. Right now, I'm looking at an article right
Eventually, it could be James Harden. Eventually,
now. Okay,
Never.
this is what I'm saying.
You
I'm
think
looking
so?
at.
Never.
I'm looking at.
Slam.
Hoops Hype top 20 shooting guard. They have Dwayne Wade at number 3. Only above him is Kobe and Jordan. They got Allen Iverson number 4. See, this is my thing. Allen Iverson number 4. They got James Harden at number 5. They have number 6 George Gervin.
Do it again. Do it again.
Hoopshype.com. They got Jordan at number 1, Kobe at number 2. They have D Wade at number 3. Number 4 is Allen Iverson. Number 5 is James Harden. Number 6 is George Gervin. Number 7 is Clyde Drexler. Number 8 is Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Ray Allen.
That's about
Number
right.
10
That's about
is
right.
Victor,
That's about right.
Carter.
That's about right.
what I'm
What
saying-
is Wade
what I'm
ranked
saying-
on there?
He's
3.
number 3. What I'm saying is this. That's
And
what I'm
2
saying.
is Kobe,
Take away,
right?
yeah,
And 1 is Mike.
yeah. To me, if you take away his hardware and we're just basically off skill, I don't know if I will put Dwayne at number 3.
Give me the 7 after Dwayne Wade. Give me
Yep.
the 7.
Allen Iverson,
Allen
James Harden,
Iverson,
George
yeah,
Gervin, Clyde Drexler, Reggie Miller.
So you take away his hardware, there's nothing different about anybody you named after him but Clyde.
Tracy McGrady number 12. To me,
Well, Tracy McGrady had an injury-prone career.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
then you can't. If you're injury-prone, there's nothing you can do about
And
that.
I would argue that
But-
Tracy really should be labeled a small forward. I would argue that.
But this
But
here's my
whatever.
But this is my thing though. Like I said before, hardware, yes, because he has what 6 championships?
Who?
Who?
No,
The
I'm
one
sorry, he has
Wade?
5. He has 5.
He
He has
has
5.
3.
Who?
Dwayne Wade ain't got no 5.
Oh,
He has 3.
He has 3.
He has 3.
Okay, he has
One with
3.
Shaq, 2 with LeBron.
Okay,
He's been to the finals 5 times.
okay. So, but like I said before, skill wise, I wouldn't put him top. I wouldn't put him number 3. That's just me.
Okay.
What would you put him?
5 or 6.
But is Paul Pierce a hater? Yes or no?
Yes.
Paul Pierce is definitely a hater. I think
He's
saying-
very critical when
they-
it comes
you
to
can't
Dwayne
even-
Wade.
You can't even compare their careers. To
And then he
each other.
keeps saying, like, if I would have had Shaq, the Shaq and KG and the time periods they each got them is about the same.
Bro, you got 1 title and you had the
You
best power forward and shooting guard.
You got a top 5 power forward.
right.
KG is a top 5.
And the third best shooter, I'm sorry, the second best shooter that ever played the game.
And he was a defender out of this world.
Yes, Ray Allen. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Paul Pierce had a chance to do it multiple times. I just don't get the hate, man. I hate it, man. He just hates.
I just don't get it.
Yeah. So
He ain't
But-
got nothing else better to do.
But
Come on.
moving on to the night free agency would hit us. Which I think we all look forward to this. During the
Yeah,
summertime.
I
think it's
enjoyed the
one-
offseason.
I've done all season very much, but this part right here is just the part you got to enjoy. Draymond Green re-signed with the Golden State Warriors for a 4-year, $100 million deal. 22. He said Golden.
Keep talking, bro.
Go ahead, do it.
Oh, because I have a lot to say on this one. And
But he saved Golden State $22 million in salary. I'm sorry, $22 million salary saves the Warriors $43 million in repeater tax this year. I said, all right.
Mhm.
And I figured we all knew he was going to resign.
Mhm.
Chris Paul was
I
traded.
wasn't so sure. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
thought you.
I
Were.
wasn't so sure.
Chris Paul was traded from the Washington Wizards to the Golden State Warriors for Jordan Poole, Ryan Rollins. Ryan Rollins, 2030 first round pick versus protected and a 2027 second round pick. Do both these moves put Golden State Warriors back in the finals conversation?
So before I need to repurpose your question before I answer that.
How you gonna repurpose my question?
Because I'm looking at your docket, as you call it, and we have to address the fact that Golden State pulled the plug on Jordan Poole.
Can we approach that after my question?
That's not on there, though.
I know it's not on there.
So
You can't
I'm
even-
going to say this. I'm going to answer your question.
You could just answer. my
No, it
question.
does not.
No, it does not.
It does not, because now they're smaller. Now they're even smaller. Golden State's problem last year was small ball.
You think so?
I think so.
You think
I
that was
said
their-
that all year. I picked them to win, but they were small.
You pick them to win every year, but go ahead.
No, I did not pick
Every
the Bucks
year.
the year before that.
Every year.
No, I don't.
Every year.
No, I
That's why
don't.
you want us to repeat it because
No, I
every
don't.
year we
No,
go
I
back.
don't. Chill out.
Golden State and
I'm
Milwaukee.
The Golden State Warriors are a good team, but again, they have the same problem that Phoenix has. You got 2 point guards, and Steph likes the ball in his hand.
Steph
so
not
does Chris
like the
Paul.
ball in his hand.
The ball is in his hand majority of the time, bro. Unless Draymond is bringing it up to give it out to Steph.
Say it again.
I said unless Draymond is.
And how many
the ball.
times does Draymond bring the ball
A
up?
good portion.
Thank you.
Trying to
More
be
than
like-
70.
Trying to be like his hero.
More
LeBron.
than 70.
Trying to be like his hero.
So
LeBron.
while Klay Thompson and Steph Curry is hitting these screens because he's a point guard. He's a point guard.
I don't put him back in the finals conversation because now Golden State just added another injury-prone player on top of having a whole small court of injured players.
This
Klay is
disrespect.
injury-prone. Steph, as much as I love him, he's also injury-prone.
I wouldn't say injury prone.
Lately, he has been.
I just say when Steph is out, he's out. He's down for the count. Now I won't say he's injury prone because he'll have a year where he's battling injuries. They come back. What happens? They win the championship.
And then have another injury.
Okay,
Injury
so
prone.
this year should really be telling what's gonna happen.
I'm excited to see it, but I don't like the fact that all three are going to start.
You heard it here first. I got Golden State going back to the finals.
Okay, I love it.
I honestly have Golden State go them signing Draymond Green and getting rid of Poole.
The head case.
That is phenomenal GMing. He like, you know what?
Jordan
One of y'all
Poole
gotta
looked
go.
so depressed. And you know the sad part about it?
What?
Mike
This what
Dunleavy,
he
right before they trade him,
He said, "We like Poole. We
he
gonna
said
keep
we
him."
like Poole. He is a part of the future of this franchise, and traded him the next day.
First of all, NBA savagery
I
is
see.
all in the
No
middle.
loyalty.
No, I feel like this. I feel like they looked at it was like we can't keep both these guys. One of them has to go, and we're gonna pick the veteran over
Well,
the
also you have to remember.
the guy who creates. I don't say creates chaos. I don't even want to say that he is. I think Jordan Poole wants his respect, and I think
Hold on.
this
Listen,
is this
before we
gonna
go
be
any further, man.
What?
From what I've been hearing, because I've been hearing this a lot, and I keep hearing a lot of veterans about how they don't like Poole.
I heard that too.
I think he came in too cocky,
He did.
and I feel like that's a culture that happens around here,
As far as what? As far as like the NBA, or you
as
talking
far
about?
as our city.
Oh, why you say that?
Because I love my city, but we have some people who are just cocky.
So we gonna have this
And I'm not
conversation?
saying they scrubs, and I'm not in no disrespect or nothing like that, but you have to have humble moments. You amongst
I'm gonna
my
tell
thing, my only thing is with him is you was amongst a dynasty.
you- Mhm.
That's a real dynasty you was amongst.
Real veterans
All you had to do was play your part and do your role
and soak up the game.
and soak up all of that game around you. And you made everybody around you not like you, because that's the only reason they got rid of you. Because if you look at the news, it was because everybody around him didn't like him.
I
like-
mean, they start showing clips of Steph checking him on the bench
or trying to talk to him.
and trying to talk to him, and he
Mhm.
like
He way
get off, acting like a toddler or a teenager.
And that's something you don't see from a lot of players.
you know,
coming in.
That's something you see from young, ignorant players.
bro,
I-
you're on the championship team.
I don't want to.
Suck
No,
it up.
this is my thing. I don't want to sit here and say that's a Milwaukee thing. Now it is some people.
Because I'm gonna tell you like
There's
this:
some
Looney
people out
came in
there.
and did his thing.
He did.
He was supposed to come in and be like Looney, soak up all of that game,
Be quiet.
and got better, and got bigger, and got more money.
Now here's my thing. Here's my thing about that.
Shout out to Looney.
No, hold on a second.
and
though.
Poole.
Real quick. Is that his fault or is that our fault / media fault?
No, it's his.
Because we were talking pool party, we talking third member of the splash team.
well,
Don't make me
that
pull the
was
video
the
up.
plan.
We talking.
He should have been.
Hold on a second. So when somebody is boosting your head up, hey, you that dude. Championship. He talking. He in the camera.
You
He
about
about
to
to
get
get
a
a
bag.
We about to get a bag, and they got the bag.
But you're supposed to. That's supposed to humble you.
What's
make
the
you-
was
and
never
that's
in that
supposed-
position. This is
Who?
my thing. What's was never in that position.
Who?
Looney. He was never in that position.
Because Looney was never dubbed as the second coming. Golden State Warriors, don't get it twisted, was supposed to be Jordan Poole's team of the
So
future.
in our
Because
respect,
Steph
so-
has maybe 3-4 years. Jordan Poole just finished his rookie deal.
Mhm.
He's going into year one of that big contract.
Mhm.
Now, Jordan Poole, hometown kid, a lot of respect for him. Put the city on. He's about to find out.
I don't even know.
He's about to find. No, he shows love to the city, just
Oh,
like
he did,
Tyler
he did,
Hero
he did.
does. They show love to the city. Jordan Poole's about to find out, like Kyrie Irving, like James Harden, that you can't be the man just because you want to be. He looked depressed in his Wizard release stuff.
Would you? Would you?
You did it.
Jordan.
But my thing, hold on, but hold
Bradley
on,
Beal
hold
just
on.
left.
Don't take it as a knock to him, y'all.
It's not a
This is going to be. It's either going to, like you say, that they say this is going to make you
Or
or it's
break
going to break you. Jordan Poole got to figure out if this is going to make him or if this is going to break him,
That's fact.
and he has to go into Washington with a different mindset. You know what I mean? He has to go in a mindset like, I did some things back there that I got to leave back there. I got to come in here a student to the game again. And if he doesn't come in as a student to the game again, it is going to be horrific over there in Washington for him.
Mhm.
I can promise you that.
Yep. Side note: Dr. Bird said Steph Curry is a scratch golfer.
A what?
A scorched. I never heard that before. He's a golfer, meaning he can only play pars. He said, I have a lot of good friends that can play pars, but not PGA ready. And he said he's too old right now, and his main competition is 7 or 8 years younger than him. That's cool.
Shout out to CB.
I don't agree with him
CB,
either.
thank you. I appreciate you coming in here.
I tried to tell you.
Straightening your
That's
nephew
all
out.
right.
Straightening
That's
your
all right.
nephew out. Thank
That's
you. Let's get that
all
out
right.
the way.
That's all right. I mean, that's
He's
great.
all right.
That's great.
He hard headed.
That's great. That's great.
No.
But you know what? Hey,
No,
CB has his opinion. I have mine.
Hey, you know what, CB? Shout out to you because Dre was trying to get on that Steph Curry train. You was like, I ain't on that train.
No, he
on
said
that
he's a
train.
great golfer. You know, he's a great.
Okay, so but
Scratch. I said that right.
so
Scratch. He's a scratch golfer, meaning par 3. So like
exactly.
CB.
So us.
Dave. No, because they're good.
Well,
You know. Well, I'm waiting on y'all to get out there since I've been y'all been running for me for 2 years.
All
No,
we gonna do is-
but to back to
you know
Keith.
what, we ain't gonna talk- we ain't
It's
gonna
like
talk
riding a
about
bike. It's just like riding a
We'll
bike.
see.
Once I
Don't
get
dap
up and
him
I tell you,
because I own more wins over him. So don't dap him.
Now
it.
more wins
One,
than me.
maybe two.
We ain't played in 2 years, Casey. Let's
Well,
get out there.
let's
now.
go.
Right.
Let's get out there
Can we
now.
just move on? Can we just move on?
Let's set up.
But
some-
no,
we do got to set up our top golf thing.
yeah, yeah. To your point though, fellas.
But hold on a
Um,
second, real quick. Just my question, because my thing is, I think that in all of our respective careers, we feel like, hey, especially you, I'll bring it to you. No, this is real talk. You're good at your job, right?
I'm okay.
You're good at your job, right?
I'm okay. So that's how Jordan Poole
That's
should.
that's you being
respond.
humble. That's you being humble.
humility.
Off this microphone,
Show some humility.
off this microphone, it's a different story.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You ask anybody, and there are times when I won awards and y'all didn't even know I won them.
Number one, we knew.
You said what?
No.
We knew.
There are times when I won awards or were or in the paper or on TV, and I never reposted it. I never said, "Look at me." I never said, "Look what I did," because for me, it's always about the success of others. You can ask anybody I work with.
Of course, yeah.
Anybody I
that
work
works
with.
for you.
Any,
Ray's great. He's a great guy.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, but the point of the matter is this: in our respectable fields, I feel like if we are like you're very accomplished in your career. You're very accomplished. So
Thank you, Lord.
sometimes those type of situations, when somebody is boosting your head, telling you you're great at your job, can't nobody tell you differently.
I just think he crossed the line. I think the fight with Draymond, which is somewhat of his fault.
That's Drake. I put
He-
more on Draymond than him, but go ahead.
Draymond should be smart, but he pushed him. He
did.
pushed him.
I think he was just talking crazy.
He pushed him.
He ain't ready for that Milwaukee talk. You
He
know what I'm
pushed
saying?
him.
We push it. We push it.
He pushed him
we
hard.
push it.
If you and I, or you and anybody, let's not use an I. If you and one of your colleagues
Mhm.
got into it and he pushed you, you're not gonna worry about your job. Your first reaction is going to be to defend yourself. And I'm not
I
saying
got into it with people at work before.
physical.
No.
Okay.
Because, hold on a second. Time out. Now, here's the thing. I've gotten into it with people work before where it has gotten to the point where I'm waiting for you to even move your foot towards me and I'm gonna jump on you but I also know, hey, me jumping on him is gonna get me fired. It's gonna get me put in a position where I can't further my career or I can't further myself as just a person. So I really pride myself in the person, but like, you know what? Unless you're finna do something, I'm not with all this talking. So I'm finna walk away.
But more importantly, why would you be Jordan Poole talking trash and push Draymond? Why don't you just keep talking and walk away? Okay, players do it all the time.
Hit him. And he
watch the video.
He caught him off
pushed
guard.
him first. He pushed him and Draymond decked him. Okay. Anyway.
Was he this close? Was he this close,
It
Dre?
don't matter. He was in this person's space.
No.
Listen, you know how many, hold on. You know how many times me and you got in each other's space?
Not personal space.
Yeah, we have.
What?
Yeah, we have.
I know you.
You know how many times me and any of us that played together at the Robinsons?
That's different.
How?
They won't be kids.
Jordan Poole only about 12, 19, 20.
Up until we was 20, we was still
No.
playing each other one-on-one.
Yes,
Up until we was 20.
but
Up until we was about 25.
No, 20.
About 25.
I don't know about that. But so the bottom
Me
line
and
is,
him, I don't know about you, but
You wouldn't.
I was away.
we know where you was at.
I'm trying to be successful in life. You know,
Yeah,
sorry.
That's what it was.
Sorry.
That's what they call it.
So anyway, to your point, I don't think this makes Golden State better because again, they have a very relinquished bench too. And I think they gave up way too much for Chris Paul in that heavy contract. You gave up Jordan Poole. You gave up Ryan. I don't really know who that is.
Exactly.
The 2020, the 2030. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad.
They playing
true.
for now.
They're playing for now.
They're playing for now.
rental. But Chris Paul has 3 years left.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Going back to Jordan Poole.
Hold up. Before you go back to Poole, Chris Paul, if you don't get one now, you will never have one.
That's facts.
You know the NBA just handed you a gift. Like, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. You bet.
They didn't hand him no gift.
They
handed him
Golden
Steph
State
Curry
Warriors
on a
is
silver
okay.
platter.
This is the closest.
Golden State Warriors is okay.
This is the closest he gonna get.
You let the Lakers put the paws on you, you're okay.
This is
Because the
closest
Lakers ain't wasn't all that in the bag of chips.
We gonna get them in a minute.
Lakers went to the conference finals.
Yeah,
What do you mean
they
wasn't all
beat
that?
Golden State to go.
But you said they weren't all that.
I said they
They're not.
wasn't all that in a bag of chips. No, they were not. They were
You said the
decent.
Lakers weren't.
Yeah.
Yes, the Lakers were decent. They wasn't all of that.
By Howard Chase. Trying to be humble.
I'm just saying. I'm just being brutally honest right now.
That's very honest. I'm
Well,
glad you
we
said it.
wish you be like this
if
during
you-
the season.
Nah.
We'll be talking about
Come
the
on, man.
Lakers.
You know,
I'm
Can
just-
you be
come
like
on,
that during the season?
Can you just go along with the flow sometimes?
No, because you
I'm you're messing up the
I see
flow of
what
the
you
show.
said. I see what you said, Keezy. I
It's time and
appreciate
place
it.
for everything. Man.
No. See, Jake. No.
Anyways,
My question. See, here's my thing. Number one, Golden State has an issue because
Dave doesn't like Poole.
you don't. No one likes Poole.
What
Yeah,
in
oh,
the
yeah.
world is the problem?
I sent you that. Did I see you that link?
I did not, man. Share
I
that
sent
with
you a
us,
link.
man.
I see. He sent this link. I seen it before.
It's in the group chat.
I sent it to the
Oh my
to our
god.
IG.
Real quick though. So here's the thing about Golden State. Draymond Green said he don't like Chris Paul. He said not changing it. He said I'm not going to get along with him just because we're on the same team. And Draymond Green is very vocal, especially when it comes to the basketball game. That is going to be to me the determining factor. And Mike,
Steph don't get along with him either.
well, yes he do.
No, he
First
doesn't.
of all, Steph get along with everybody. He was the only person that reached out to Poole was like, hey man.
Well, because Steph was also a man of faith outside
yes,
of it.
exactly. That's
But
what I'm saying.
Steph
He
and
gets
Chris
along
Paul,
with every ball. A
They
couple
butt
times.
heads.
But hold on a second though. Not Chris Paul. Steph Curry was like, Chris Paul was one of the guys who really taught me how to play this game really professional.
No doubt about it. Chris
So
Paul
have
is
they butted
easily
heads?
regarded as one of the
Have they
best.
butted heads professionally? Yes, but I think off the court and in practice they can find a ground. The problem is this: Draymond Green got rid of. That's why KD left. Draymond Green, the reason Poole is out of here. So that's my big question mark for Golden State Warriors. Because if you can't put your BS to the side for us to get this ring, because however you want to put Chris Paul, they still need him. So however you want to put it, we still need this guy. So get it together.
But you know what the problem is here?
What?
look at the people he having issues with.
Yeah.
He ain't having no issue with Steph.
Because he ain't.
He ain't having no issues with Clay. He ain't having no
He
issues
know
with
his-
Looney.
About Draymond?
He know
Yeah.
his bread is buttered at.
He know who they make mistakes too, but also the players that you're talking about didn't have humble moments when they came to Golden State from
That's
a
true.
team that was already a dynasty before y'all got here.
That's very true.
You got to come in with a different mindset when you come play with them. If you don't come in with a different mindset, I'm gonna check you too if I'm Draymond.
And to be fair, Draymond.
Think about it.
That's true.
And to be fair, Draymond came in humble because he had a chip on his shoulder that 27 other people were
Wasn't
picked
drafting
over him. So he earned his stripes. And we've heard Steve Kerr, Bob Meyer
Mhm.
all say that the heart of Golden State was who? Draymond
Green.
Green.
Everybody knows that.
So we hope it works. Chris Paul, I just hope he doesn't turn Golden State to a bunch of whiners.
Real quick, Washington Wizards. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna do nothing special over there. But what do you think? What are we looking at for Jordan Poole average? 25 or more.
He might become the scoring leader over there because they don't have a lot to do.
I'm saying, do you see him?
I think he'll be a top scorer. I don't think he'll be
Okay,
an all-star.
okay. Here,
He'll be an all-star.
25 or more, or 25 or less.
I give him 28.
28 a game.
I think he'll average 28 because he's gonna have to. There's nobody else over there that
I
can
give him
score.
25.
I give him 25. Kuzma over there.
20
But they're talking about he's looking to be traded, isn't he?
Nah,
Did he
signed.
resign? He did resign.
He signed.
So Jordan Poole and Kuzma together, that could be special, but time will
Could be.
tell. I like 25 to 28, but
Neither
I
one
think
of them
Jordan
play.
Poole will be a top scorer.
Neither one of them play defense.
Neither
Neither
one.
one of them does.
So that's gonna be
They're gonna
ferocious
get
over there.
destroyed when they play. They're gonna get destroyed, but they'll
Why-
score.
Why you think Bill got up out of there?
Yeah,
Bill.
Bradley
Oh,
Beal.
come on, you know why Bill got it. So the Los Angeles Lakers re-signed Austin. Is it Reeves?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves for a 4-year, $56 million deal. They signed free agent Cam Reddish
To the veteran minimum.
for it was a 2-year deal.
Yep, 2-year veteran minimum.
Okay, and then they also signed free agent Gabe
Gabe
Vincent for 3-year, $33 million deal. I
That's
said,
a
all right.
decent.
They re-signed to a 3-year
Hachimura.
for a
Hachimura.
3-year, $51 million deal, and re-signed D'Angelo Russell for a 2-year, $37 million deal. Some are saying the Los Angeles Lakers won free agency, but they're predicted to win 46, 45 games this upcoming season. Both, one, or neither of these things are true.
I don't.
Off seasonally, they did decent. They did. I'm gonna say they did pretty good in retaining the players that they did, and to bring in Gabe Vincent, who is a solid. He's basically a younger Dennis Schroeder.
And he can shoot.
And they weren't messing with Schroeder, which is surprising. But go
Because
ahead.
Schroeder, you know how Schroeder did them the last time. They just took him in because they needed him at the time.
Yep.
But Schroeder turned down $81 million to make $5 million. So we later for him. And
Now
Schroeder,
he got his money down. He went to Toronto and got paid.
how much they give him?
What was it? It was
2 years,
like
30,
30, 40 million.
something like that.
So
No, they did not.
Yeah,
Did
they
they?
did.
They needed
Are
a
they?
point guard.
No, they didn't.
They
Yeah, they
needed a
did.
point guard.
Yeah, they did. But to answer your question, man, I'm happy that the Los Angeles Lakers were busy in free agency. I don't know to say they won free agency is a stretch, but who did win free agency?
Who did? Who got
That's what I'm
a
saying.
who got a better pick? Who picked up better than them? Because
Honestly,
I think Austin Reeves was an automatic, and at 46
and that's a discount.
at 4 years, 56 million. That's about as good as he gonna get. I mean, he could have got more, but
who?
for the Lakers to get
Reeves?
that deal out of Reeves, that was good for them.
Reeves could have got more money going somewhere else.
He could have.
I honestly believe that.
He could have,
No,
but
2 year, 26 million. So we get 13 million a year. We get 13 a year. I mean, that's a payday from turning out 84.
that's cheap. But Gabe Vincent is cheaper, and he's younger, and he's more athletic.
Yeah, and he can shoot.
Man, he fresh off the boat. I mean, he all right.
Yeah.
So I like what the Lakers did in the offseason.
Do you think they won free agency though?
So far, yeah.
Yeah, so far they had to because
See,
they
I
were the
don't-
busiest.
See, to be
They were the
honest with you-
busiest.
To be honest with you, I don't think they did.
Who
Who
won?
won? Don't say Milwaukee.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
How did the Bucks
Wow,
win?
we're
Huh?
the same. We're the same.
We brought in. We were supposed to lose both the key guys. And we
Middleton?
have Middleton. And
We weren't
and
supposed to
Lopez.
lose Middleton.
we were supposed to
Middleton,
lose
we
both
all
of them.
knew Middleton wanted.
I did not know that.
Me and Keith literally
Because-
said it. They're gonna
because
re-sign
Dallas-
him for a longer deal.
because Dallas was looking really good, and he's from Texas.
And I'm gonna tell you like this.
Yeah.
and the reason
Milwaukee's-
we got Lopez because he played Houston.
But I'll tell you like this.
We did sign his brother.
It's a,
too.
it's a big thing to leave here
It is.
and you playing with Giannis.
It is.
Because Giannis is the face of the league.
It is. But those are two guys who were like, I'm trying to get this money now, so I can retire soon.
Listen.
Lopez is going to retire.
No,
Middleton is on the lower end of his career.
But you got to remember, somebody might pay you, but you're gonna be working a lot harder over there.
I
'Cause if he go to Dallas, he gonna have to put in some work.
That's pretty
He's
true.
gonna have to play 44 minutes a night.
That's true.
With
I mean,
Luka.
I just feel
Him
like,
and Luca got to play 44.
I just feel like
Luka's a
saying-
shooting guard or point guard,
yeah, point guard. I feel like
and
just,
they start him and Kyrie.
I just feel like
Why you think they season turned out the way it did?
That's true.
They were looking
What is
better
with
before
teams doing this.
they were looking better before they traded him for him.
Phoenix did it.
Phoenix did with who?
Do they have a point guard over there?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
What is the
I don't
So
know.
Phoenix. Golden State?
Phoenix
Like,
was
what?
going into training camp. Bradley Beal is their point guard.
I know. I
Yes.
heard about that. I was like,
What are they
this is
thinking?
stupid as-
Does anyone
Anyway,
see him handle the ball? Is he
he
good?
He has a
He got
handle,
he can pat the rock.
but he don't pass the rock, and he's not.
He
That's
can.
not his thing.
He can pat the rock. He ain't had a choice but to shoot the ball over there in Washington since he been there. Tell me any roster that he had over there in Washington where he didn't have to shoot the ball 30 just for them to stay in the game. John
Jo-
Wall,
John
John
Wall
who?
didn't have all bad seasons in Washington.
He didn't.
He did not.
he had one.
He had several.
He had one good season with them.
He had
Ooh.
several. Why do you
No,
think he
stop
got
it.
the big contract, Kesey?
Stop it, Keezy.
He had several.
Stop it, Keezy. John Wall.
He
stop
had
it.
several.
He had two good seasons and then he had one really,
Four.
really good season.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
3 to
And
4.
then after he got the bag,
That's it.
That's
it was over.
I did his financial manager. But no, to Kesey's point though, man, I like the Lakers. The 45-46 is a stretch. I mean, how can you predict that without seeing people play again?
Look at their roster.
I think they can pull
Look
off
at
a
their
50
roster.
game winning season.
Are you? Are you?
I think they can pull off if they stay healthy. Because they're also talking about sign. They're also talking about. And we're a couple weeks behind here, but they're also talking about getting AD to sign his extension before the season even begins.
I don't even know why they're doing that.
Yeah, me either.
My thing about that is, and like I was saying before,
Who else you gonna
I just
get?
feel like the Bucks won the free agency because they got the pieces that they needed to get. To me, 45 to 46 games for the Lakers prediction is kind of high. I see 42.
So you see them play in, is what you're saying.
Yeah, obviously. Playing if they lucky, if everybody's healthy, maybe 8th seed
For who?
or 7th seed or something like that.
For
Well,
who?
playing, still playing. The Lakers playing. This team is playing bound every year.
Okay. They won 43 games last year.
42. No, I don't think they'll
They
45
won,
is
they,
a stretch.
they won 43.
45 and 46 is a stretch.
43
Yeah.
and 39.
Yeah.
19 of them games,
Mhm.
they could have won out of that 39. If they
Coulda.
would have had that roster that they wouldn't ended the season with. The Lakers are a 50-win team. Guaranteed.
No.
Put some money where your mouth is.
I'm not gonna put no money with my
Bet
outfit.
just something simple. I got 20
Which,
said it.
which one we do?
I got
I'll
20.
do a Lakers hat, Lakers jersey, but other than no, I'm not doing no money.
Lakers are 50 wins this season.
What you want me to put on? I ain't
And if they
I ain't
make
Dre.
if they make
Well,
one,
let's not act like if it was for money that I wouldn't pay my debt. Okay,
I don't know
let's
that.
not take
I don't
it
know
there.
that now. Now I
It-
don't know.
Let's not go
I
there.
don't know that
okay,
now.
because
I like the
don't
Lakers-
Clearly,
I don't.
I'm good.
I like the
Okay.
Lakers offseason moves.
Okay, let's
I
not.
like coming into next season what they're gonna look like. I'm thinking they are 48 to 52 in that range.
I'll say this: the Western Conference is, for the first
Stacked.
time in years, balanced. Because
You
any
think so?
man, dude,
But just think,
Sacramento,
even
Golden State,
even as good as
Phoenix.
Denver was, they were only 53 and 29. Think of that in your head. 53 and 29.
That's very true.
Who? Phoenix,
Denver.
Denver. Yeah.
Memphis 51 and 50,
Now keep
51
in
and
mind,
30.
Joker didn't play a lot of those games.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
He only
Joker
missed
missed like 10 games last season.
Dude.
Out of
Whatever, man.
82,
And they
But I'm
wasn't
saying, if
they
he
won
played,
all the
maybe
games
they
without
would've won.
Joker though. Most of the games without Joker, they won.
Yeah.
they were solid all around.
But you gotta think, Sacramento won 48 games last year, and they was 3.
There were 3. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think it's disrespectful to call the Lakers a play-in team because they still got LeBron, they still got AD, and they did some really good stuff in the offseason. So I think, like Kesey, they're about a 50 game.
And I think Cam Reddish being with that group is going to help him flourish.
Yeah.
Mark my words, Cam Reddish is going to make people be shocked. Like, where has he been all this time?
Yeah. Yep. So Cam Reddish with the Lakers. Cam Reddish with the Lakers. What's next on the docket?
Hachimura, 3-year, $51 million.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think, you know what? He gives me Andrew Bynum vibes.
Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, like he gives me Andrew Bynum vibes, but he also gives me he's happy to be there. He wants to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. I like the signing because he had a really good season last year. He was very instrumental to the Lakers' run.
He was determined to get better. In Washington, he had no reason to get better. So I think coming to the Lakers and being around the greatest player, one of the greatest players of all time, push him to do better and become the player who he was looking to be.
Yeah.
Just like Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Being around LeBron, being around greatness and somebody who got a good work ethic, ain't in the clubs partying, leading by example, you'll have no choice but to get better because you in the gym, you working, you going to get better. As we know, anybody who's played with LeBron has got better and got paid.
Yeah. And you almost have to, because I think it goes back to
I think if we go back to the Cleveland days, the one the Bucks got from Cleveland,
Matt Dellavedova.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt Dellavedova was so basic.
Basic.
And he got paid
Paid.
because he did good.
And he won a title.
Yeah.
Won a title.
But he did good with LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron pushed you to the brink where you want to be better.
Yeah, I think the other part of this is there's a different kind of, it goes back to what you say a lot. There's a different kind of pressure playing with LeBron. So if you're playing on that team, you got to show up for work. I go back to the Redeem Team documentary where LeBron created that Kobe work ethic, right? Where he got that Kobe work ethic. That's how he is now running the Lakers team. Like, I remember during the playoffs when they would win games, LeBron would tell them, no celebrating, go back to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So I think him getting that deal is critical for the Lakers' future, and I like it. So over, under, or just right? We're talking about players that signed deals. We're talking about players that got paid. So, meaning overpaid, underpaid, or just right? Do you agree with this? Portland Trail Blazers re-signed Jeremy Grant, 5 years, $160 million. Hold up.
I don't even know what to even say of them even offering him that much money.
$160 million.
For what though?
Yeah. So over, under, or just right? Overpaid. Agreed.
5 year, 160.
Oh,
That's
overpaid.
like 40 million.
40 what? 5, well, 40, 80, 120, 30, 60, 90, 120. A little over $30 million a year.
He's not a $30 million player.
He is not a $30 million player. He is not a $30 million player.
And right after that, Dame requested a trade.
Right after that, they requested a trade because I think Dame saw that they were going young.
He telling me that's the best you can do?
$32 million.
It signed Jeremy Grant to 5 year, 160 out of all the players you could have picked up. The best you can do is get me Jeremy Grant, 5 year, $160 million.
Yes, Miss Sheila.
Here
Wow.
the keys. Here your keys.
Right. You can go today.
Here your keys go.
You can go today.
You can keep the house.
Yep.
You can keep the cars.
Yep.
It's like getting rid of your wife when you're sick of her.
Yep. All right. Memphis. Now this is what I'm just do this. The Memphis Grizzlies signed Desmond Bane, 5 years, $207 million. He now makes more than John Wall. He is now the highest paid player in Memphis history, making a whopping $41.4 million a year. Over, under, or just right?
Over.
Way over.
Do you know how much he's making?
Way over.
$41.4 million a year.
Way over.
Desmond Bane is worth 41.
Way over. Way over.
What?
Okay.
$41 million.
Yeah,
That's worse than the Jeremy Grant.
that's worse. That's worse. Because now,
He's the most consistent player they have.
Who?
Bang.
not for that kind of money, though. Not for that kind of money.
No, but you
Not
got
for that kind
Ja.
of money. You let him walk.
Accountability.
You let him walk.
Accountable.
Really? Accountability?
Because no one on their teams have accountability. You're rewarding.
Bang.
What
Hold
are you
on.
rewarding?
Hold on.
They lost.
Consistency.
I like Bane as a player.
So what is Jaren Jackson next contract gonna look like?
Oh, stupid. Stupid. I'm serious. Like when you have Ja.
Stay safe, Sister Sheila. Stay safe.
What'd she say?
She said, what the?
Ja, when you got their core, look at their core. Their core is Ja, Jackson, JJ, and Bane. Ja got the big contract. We don't know what he's gonna do in the next couple of years. He might shoot somebody up at the mall next time. We don't know what's gonna happen with him. Jared Jackson, solid big man. I don't know if he's he looking like Bam to me. He looking like Bam, but he's a solid defender.
He's a little better than Bam to me.
They got rid of their problem child.
Who?
What's his name?
Oh, Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, who got overpaid.
He did.
But, moving through, man, so the Charlotte Hornets signed LaMelo Ball.
Now,
No. We got, thank you. They signed LaMelo Ball for 5 years. We didn't know what was going on, but anyway, let's not.
5 years, $260 million. That's
We got something going on here.
that's
All right, I get it.
$52 million a year.
Bruh.
now that
Bruh.
is
$52
That's
million.
some-
$52+ million a year.
With more incentives. He really could make close to 275 if he makes first team.
But
if
but
he
also,
makes the All-Star
but
team.
you also got to look at it like this. Look at it like this.
His chick ain't
He's-
going nowhere.
He in Charlotte, right? Who else going to Charlotte?
Brandon Miller.
Who else going to Charlotte?
Oh boy, just got re-signed in
So
Charlotte.
I'm gonna answer
No.
this.
Who else is going to go to Charlotte and play with him?
I'm gonna answer
Who?
it like this. They
Nobody.
got a new draft pick.
Exactly. Nobody.
I'm gonna answer
So all the money you got in salary has to go to somebody, because if you don't have a certain amount of salary, then that's a fine too now, ain't it?
well, not that.
No.
It has to go to someone because you need somebody to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Like,
LaMelo
have y'all
was-
been to a Detroit Pistons game?
LaMelo's a ticket seller.
I have, and it's been terrible. Have y'all been to a Washington Wizards game? I have, and it's terrible. So Charlotte did what Charlotte did. I'm gonna go back to what Zeke says, or both of you have said about Chris Middleton when we gave him that big contract. Who else we gonna get? Charlotte had to reward him because he would have walked and got this money anyway.
Okay, here's my thing.
He's walking got a major contract anywhere.
So here's my thing. And this is why I'm tripping about this. Unlike Bane, he's not dependable yet. He hasn't proven anything
Ball
yet.
hasn't?
Ball hasn't. So for the fact that y'all trying to drop the bag on him,
You had to.
it's
You
crazy to
had to
me.
because he would have walked.
Why not? This
Name another player on that roster that can deserve anywhere near that.
nobody.
He would've
Okay,
walked.
so then he leave your franchise.
So are you telling me this is a business move then?
It's
it's
the
a
same thing.
business
It's the
move.
same thing.
I'll accept that answer.
It's a
The
business.
same thing they did with Gordon Hayward.
Oh,
They paid him.
Remember?
to sell tickets.
what happened to Gabe? Is he still in the league?
Yeah, he plays for
Charlotte.
No, I thought he played for Isn't it the
Charlotte.
Spurs?
No, he
Charlotte.
plays in
Still on
Charlotte.
He's in
He
Charlotte.
always injured.
Well, here's the other part.
always injured.
Here's the other part.
After
Michael
that-
Jordan giving away all his money because he don't own the team no more, so he could care less.
By the way,
You had to pay LaMelo. If you don't pay LaMelo, your franchise is done.
That's
And then
it.
they might as well
Are
pack
you
that
saying it's a
franchise up
business
and move.
Are you saying it's a
It's
business
a business
move?
move.
Absolutely,
All
and it
I'll
was a
take
smart
that.
one.
LaMelo got shoes that sell out.
He do. They smooth.
He put
And he's not a bad ball player, but that's too much for my life.
He's
Well, first of all,
actually he's a superstar.
I was going to shout out to Dre. This is the reason why
He's just
I
young.
have these kind of games because I know Dre don't want to pay nobody.
He's,
Well, actually, me and Kesey are 3 for 3. We've all agreed that the last 3 have been overpaid.
he's not overpaid.
So going to the next one. Dallas Mavericks signed Kyrie. 3 years, 126.
That's 40 a year.
This is just about right.
42 a year.
This is just about right.
That's right for Kyrie,
This is
but
right,
for a
Kyrie.
guy that threatened to leave your team, why reward that?
So here's the thing.
Because
Here's
it's
the
only
thing about
3
Kyrie.
years.
Here's the thing about Kyrie.
Another team will take 3 years on. Well, no team take on 4 or 5.
He'll play half the season and demand a trade.
When I tell you about a team that has no choice, Dallas is in a position they have no choice. They're like, you know what? If we don't get Kyrie, I don't know who we gonna get.
Because
So
Luka
let's
out of
sign
there.
him.
Because they
I
couldn't
don't
get
think Luka out
Middleton.
of there.
I think Luka out of
They
there.
couldn't get Middleton, so they had to.
They couldn't get
They
Middleton.
knew Middleton was going back to Milwaukee. Everybody knew Middleton was going back to Milwaukee.
I was
Yep.
scared.
And once they knew they wasn't getting Brook too,
I
it was over
shaking
with.
in my boots. But I think this is just right. I don't think this is overpay. I think this is just right. 3 years, not a long contract, 126 million. Kyrie is more of a 250 kind of range kind of ball player. And to me, this would be an interesting year for Kyrie because he doesn't have the COVID excuse. He doesn't have his shoe contract situation. All the distractions are gone. Now,
Until
Kyrie
he
had
creates a new one.
exactly until he creates a new one. But my
Like the
thing
NBA
is,
tournament.
this is I'm talking about that. But my thing is, this is Kyrie's year to prove the haters wrong. Number one, Stephen A. Smith. If he can shut him up,
We
I don't
know
see
that-
why not. Now, would
Yeah.
Dallas make the playoffs? No, of course they won't. Would they make a championship run? Of course they won't. They're terrible.
So another
other
coach
than
is
that-
about to get fired, is what you're saying.
Probably.
The Atlanta Hawks signed Murray.
DeJounte Murray.
Dejounte Murray for 4 years, 120. That's about
Extension.
right.
This is an extension.
That's about right.
That's about right.
That's about right. I'm okay with
That's
that.
30
It's still,
million.
still a lot.
DeJounte worth 30?
Yeah.
But Atlanta's the same as
Yeah.
Charlotte
Damn
because
right.
I don't think that Trae Young's going to start the season there. So they had to free up.
Ooh,
somebody.
Whoa. We're not going to skip over that hot take you just said, sir.
Oh man, Trae Young's out of there.
Yeah.
Before the beginning of the
Trae
season?
Young's out of there.
Yeah.
Trae Young's out of there.
I don't think so.
I do.
Trade deadline at the latest.
Oh man, he's
He
out of
won't,
there.
he won't stay the whole
I'll
year.
see
He's
how
out
the
of there.
season goes.
He won't stay the whole year.
He's out of there. When you have lost, when you have broken the trust with management and players, it cannot work out. So I say to the Bucks, y'all better do right because Giannis, if we do not attempt to win a title this year, he's out of there. He is out of there.
Look
You
at
can't
the
say
players
that.
are making around those salaries.
All right.
It's true.
The Rockets signed Fred Van Vliet. 3 years, $130 million. God, why didn't you make me taller so I could play basketball?
Fred
I don't
Van
think
Vliet
that
is
would've
about your
helped.
height.
But I don't.
You laughing, but I'm serious. Fred Van Vliet is only
He's
What?
6'3".
who?
So Van Vliet is 6'3".
No, he's not.
What you smoking?
Yes.
Like 5'11".
No.
I'm not 5'11". I wish.
I know you know.
I bet you wish you would.
Y'all always throwing shade. Too much. Way too much. But I'm happy. For him.
I'm happy.
I'm happy for
I don't
him,
know if it's too much. Word on the street was it was too much. Some people were saying it was too much. I don't
But
know
he's
if it was
already
too
he's
much.
6'1".
Oh,
So
okay,
6'1" off, 6'1". So but you know what? He worked hard for his money. He's working hard. They show photos of him
He really
and other
5'11".
players from the Rockets and Brooks working out together
Yes, sir.
already. My man, Mr. Nia Long's ex-husband, or whoever he is,
Udoba.
he brought all the Boston Celtics coaching staff with him over to Houston.
Did he?
Yeah, all the assistant coaches left Boston to go join him in Houston.
Really?
Yes, we talked about that before the season ended. I like this for Houston, but I think it's over. It's
Boston,
over.
Boston is finna hit the
What is that?
hit the slumps
45 a
again.
year?
I
Is
think
that
they-
45
I
a
think
year?
Boston about to
Keith?
hit the slumps again, huh?
Is that 45 a year? 48 a year?
For Fred Van Vliet.
Yeah, that's what, 48? 130 divided by 3? 40,
40 about 44.
Man.
About 44 a year.
Is that too? I think it was
43.30
for Houston. I think it was just right
with
because
no taxes. Remember, they don't have no taxes.
They don't have no
Houston.
taxes, and on top of that, like you're going back to who else they gonna pay? Who else they gonna pay? Who is this money going toward?
Houston had a shot, but James Harden played himself. James Harden is now stuck.
He is.
He is stuck in Philly. He played himself.
Dylan Brooks got a 4-year, $80 million contract. I thought this was hilarious, and I thought it was just right.
So this is what I'm gonna do for Dylan. JJ Redick.
Why are you doing it, John?
Well, this is why I'm doing it. I don't like him. Overpaid.
Exactly.
But JJ Redick had a really good hot take.
I think I
Because
heard that.
people were saying, us included,
I didn't
no
say
team's
that.
gonna want him.
I did
He
say
might not be in the league. People had him playing in China.
that. Very, very
People
true.
literally were kicking him out the NBA. We never went that far. I can own this. I literally said that I don't think any team would want Dylan Brooks, right?
Mhm.
I literally said that if we ever needed a fat and stack checker, I'm trying to tell you, man, he got us. I wouldn't have paid Dylan Brooks that. Shout out to Big T. I would not have paid him that, but I'm happy he got paid because I really
So you think I overpaid?
he got overpaid.
4
Dylan-
years, $80 million?
Dylan Brooks is a $10 to $13 million player a year. To me. Kesey, what you think?
I mean, that's $20 million. That's a year. I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you, Dre. 15, I think 15.
Yeah, 10 to
20
12.
is pushing it
For Dylan,
for
Yes.
Dylan. I think I was saying I'm at the point where I'm like
at that
that's
height
right.
and that skill, who else you gonna find at that price?
I get you that.
Because he's not a scrub.
He
He just talk too much.
He just talk too much, and he be saying the wrong thing.
But at the end
So
of
it's hard to see if he's really good because he talks so much.
yeah,
That's fair. That's
he's really actually pretty good.
He's
He
Lance
just talk too
Stevenson.
much.
He's Lance Stevenson.
No, he's nowhere near that.
No.
What?
Lance Stevens wish he was Brooks. I would take Brooks over Lance Stevens.
Yeah, I would too.
For Indiana,
Yeah.
Yes.
blowing in the ear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the name? Dennis Rodman used to get in players' head like that. So just so everyone's aware, next season, these are the highest paid players for next season. Number one, who do y'all think it is?
Steph Curry.
$52 million.
I've seen this list and it's ridiculous.
Who's the second?
It ain't-
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
$48 million. So we got guys making major player money.
Oh, I see what. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And then T's putting it in there. And then 33.
T, it's not with Memphis.
Who?
It's with Houston.
T, he's with Houston, bro. Joker, 48 million. LeBron, 48. Joker, I'm sorry, Joel, 48. Bradley Beal, 48. Paul George, 46. Kawhi, 46. Giannis, 46. Dame, 46. So all of these top players on this team have a lot in common with the exception of Bron, Steph, and Giannis. Of course, Joker. None of them barely play or none of them have titles.
Well, we talked about
KD was in that, wasn't he?
KD, man, come on, bro. He's no LeBron.
He's-
KD
he's
goes
close.
wherever the situation's good.
He's
He gonna
close.
ask his way out of Phoenix after this season.
Nah.
Why?
He-
Before it's all said and done,
I think
Kevin Durant gonna be like Shaq on like 7 or 8 teams.
I can see that.
Shaq only with the 7-18 because he was old. He couldn't run up and
That's
down
what
the
I'm
court
saying.
no more.
KD's gonna do it to try to win.
The Sacramento Kings signed Sabonis for a 5-year, $217 million extension.
Who else gonna go there?
No,
I like it.
I like it.
I like
He worth it, and who else is gonna
I
gonna
like
sign there?
He is a
They
max.
they solid where they at.
He is a max
I think you bring
player.
the same roster, and I think if they play Golden State again in the playoffs, they can beat them. Now they got that hump off their back, and they like, oh, okay, we got that hump off our back. Now we're veterans. We know what they're going to bring. We know what the intensity is in playoffs.
Yeah, he's a max player. I like it. I like the chemistry that Sacramento did. In fact, I told my Bucks agent for my tickets, I said I want to make sure we get a Sacramento game. I want to make sure I get a Sacramento game because they're actually fun to watch.
Yeah, now that you off, now you on the Fox train. That's good.
I'm not on the train, but I recognize he's a good player. I don't bandwagon fans. I like the Bucks and Steph Curry. You do
Bucks
not
and-
hear me singing
Bucks
praises
and Golden
of any
State,
other
just say
players.
So
it's
you
cool.
told your agent, huh?
You know how you do. You know how Dre do.
There we go, gloating again.
There you go.
Y'all want to go to the game? What?
Anyway.
You want to go to the game or not? You want to go to the game or not? Terrence, I know you want to go to a game.
Damn, it goes before. You know what?
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm not listening to him.
the Washington Wizards re-signed Kuzma for a 4-year, $102 million deal.
You ain't listening to who? Ain't listening to who? Me? Oh, see. Oh, okay. That's right. Kesey good. Kesey, no. Kesey, you
See?
know, he loyal.
I refuse
He loyal.
to have this banter just to get some good tickets. I refuse.
Okay. Wait. Hold up.
Would you?
Hold up. Go ahead. Say it one more time. Go ahead.
I ain't saying nothing.
You know what next season?
So, anyways, the Washington Wizards signed Kuzma for a 4-year, $102 million deal. I thought he was gonna go somewhere else. To be honest with you, I
They
didn't
were
think
linking him to the Knicks.
they were linking him to the Knicks. I thought he was gonna go back to Los Angeles. I was pleasantly surprised by this. This is before they got pulled. So he signed before they got pulled. So I'm like, I guess somebody else wanted to pay him. That's what it looked like to me.
Who?
$25.5 million a year for Kuzma in today's payment market is about right. I wouldn't have did it because I'm not a Kuz fan. I don't see the hype, but it's Washington.
I like Kuzma just because he's young. He does,
And he scores at he scores at an elite level. That's why he's worth that. He
Yeah.
can score at an elite level.
a little bit.
Defend at an elite level, that's a whole nother ball game.
It was whispers of him going to Milwaukee. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I missed that one.
I heard he was trying to re-sign with the Lakers.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah?
that's another place he wanted to go. I heard that too.
I heard he wanted to go back to LA.
Yeah, but overpaid, underpaid, just right.
Just right.
I think that was just right.
That's right.
Just right.
That was just right.
That's right.
So besides free agency, the league has made a couple of changes that'll be implemented in the season next year. The technical foul for flopping.
Love it.
I don't like it.
Love it.
I don't like it. And they already called one in the summer league. And it's funny because once you go back and look, like you watch the replay, he didn't flop. No, he did flop. I'm sorry, he did flop.
But you can check them in the season, though. If you call a flop and it isn't, you can take it back. If you check the monitor and notice he didn't flop.
Yeah, so you can check the monitor like that,
Take it
call
back.
it, then they check the monitor and stuff like that. I mean, it's just kind of
Well, it's only going to affect about 6 players. LeBron.
No.
Jeez, we've been doing good,
No,
bro.
no,
He's
no.
a flopper.
He's not a
Admit
flopper,
it.
man. Come on, man.
Hold on, tell me. He said, man, we've been doing good.
No, he's a
It's only
flopper.
gonna affect players like Marcus Smart.
Chris
Marcus Smart.
Paul.
Hold on, real quick. We ain't even talk about this. It happened later. Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies.
Yep.
I like it.
Grizzlies got tough.
They did. And
They
they
are.
need to start point guard.
And they got D Rose.
They got tough.
They got
That's what
tough.
I was gonna
They
say.
have examples for John Morant on how to
That's
act.
not gonna happen.
Derrick Rose will be a good role model for him.
Yeah, they will.
Really?
Because D Rose was in this situation.
I mean, D Rose wasn't in a situation, but don't get it twisted.
D Rose was in this exact situation, but D Rose didn't let
Don't get it twisted.
D Rose didn't let the products of his environment change what he was on the court and what he was off the court.
Well, first of all,
But-
D
but-
Rose
but-
was a
but-
real.
Plus,
So he was really about that.
I know,
Morant.
didn't nobody say he wasn't. We saying D
I
Rose.
know, that's what I'm
D
saying.
Rose rose above the BS to become who he was. Without injuries,
That's true.
D Rose
Is-
is 50 greatest right now.
yeah, of course.
Hands down.
Yeah.
50 greatest.
Yeah, of course.
he was always too explosive, and I think that's what I hope that he helps Ja with. Because
We
Ja
was like
is too
slow
explosive.
his game down.
He needs to, man.
As long as
Because
he
every
keep
time I
him.
see Ja dunk, I'll be afraid that them knees gonna go out because he's so explosive all the time.
I mean, that's
But-
happens
but
with
it-
age.
But it's how Chicago wore him out. That's what
Yeah,
happened to D
that
Rose.
too. And on top of that, D Rose
So-
it wasn't like he was his health measurements were different. It's like it was almost a different time when
Yeah.
D Rose was in the league. So I mean, not in the league, but it was when he was younger. So it was one of them things where like I don't think he's going to change Morant's game. I think he wants to change, like you said before, the off the court
his
antics.
mentality, his
Yeah,
mentality
off-the-court
as
antics.
a professional athlete.
Yeah. So but the Grizzlies picking up Smart, beautiful.
Yeah, but back to your
Beautiful.
question about the technical foul, I like it. The only thing that I don't like about it is it will continue to slow up an already slow game. The
think
NBA
it's that
games are
slow.
already slow.
They're not slow.
They
I
are
think-
very slow.
They're not.
When I say they're slow, when I'm talking about timeout,
Mhm.
challenges,
Yeah.
going back to the replay, they're slow.
Do you want them to get it right?
You want them to get them right, but really it's only going to affect, like I said, about 5 or 6 players. LeBron, Marcus Smart, Chris Paul.
He likes saying LeBron name.
Come
I
on,
know
bro.
that makes his
He's
day.
a Grammy Award winner for
No.
flopping.
First of all, I've seen too many videos. LeBron,
He be flopping.
He flop here and there, but he not the real floppers of the league.
No, he's
That's
not the king. That's Marcus
No.
Smart.
No, you talking about the wrong type of player. Come on, man.
So LeBron's not a flopper, Keezy?
No.
Okay.
Everybody in the league has flopped. You think
Mm,
Steph
okay.
Curry ain't flop?
I didn't say
When he kicked that foot out and act like you hurting him?
Mm.
Come on now. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
If you're gonna do that, bring your guy up too now.
Bro, not LeBron doing this. Not LeBron doing this. And like catching the Holy Ghost.
So what about Steph kicking people in the nuts while he's shooting threes?
Or
and then act like you went up under his feet and took his feet from under him.
That's facts.
Come on now.
I'm not,
He do it at least 2 or 3 times a game. Come
it
on.
is okay for LeBron to have a
I just said if you're gonna bring up LeBron, make sure you bring up Steph too. Because they all do some flopping. I said this rule was for specific to defenders, 3-and-D defenders. That's who that rule was specific to, who
Mm.
do all the flopping on charges.
I can see that.
Come on, man.
Zeke,
Be real.
outside of Marcus
Do you like
Smart,
the rule?
Casey.
The rule is fair to me.
Zeke, outside of Marcus Smart, is LeBron a flopper? Yes or no?
I'm sorry. No. What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, okay.
Dude, the whole league is full of floppers. What are you talking about?
I just think he didn't want to argue with you. I think he just fed up because he looked at the clock.
No,
Come on, man.
No, I want some Bucks tickets now.
Because Keith got. Because fine, Casey. Take him to the game, then. With them invisible tickets. Like, hey, I'm on my way.
Don't act like I ain't
Look,
got it.
I didn't say you didn't got it, but he
Don't
said
act like I don't got
I
it.
didn't say you didn't got it.
Nobody say you didn't have
Don't
it.
be that guy.
No, nobody say you didn't have it.
We
I'm
nobody
just
say you didn't have
saying,
it. He
ain't-
just said
You
I
talking about
want to go to the game.
invisible tickets? I can make it happen.
No, okay.
No, I
all right.
hate
You turned into this, right?
No, I didn't.
He started all this.
You're supposed to co-sign with me for tickets, not him.
I just did.
You co-sign with Kesey, bro. He said no.
But
But anyway,
Let's go.
I'm not
Anyway,
like that. I
let's
don't
move
want
on.
things over people's heads.
I
But
think
move
I
over.
like
I like
this
like
one. The second
that's a
challenge,
great rule.
the second challenge for coaches, if first is successful,
I agree.
they'll keep the challenge.
Love it.
I like
I-
it.
Oh, so
do
you have
like
to
that.
challenge flops?
No, the flops are gonna come from the
Oh,
referee.
two different things.
That's 2 different things.
Two
So
different-
so
oh,
the
gotcha,
league.
gotcha.
So if your first challenge that you get it was successful, you get a second one.
Like the NFL, right? Because the NFL, if you use a challenge and it's
Yeah,
successful, you
no.
don't lose timeout.
I don't think.
So with the NBA one, if you challenge and it's successful, you get another one. But
Oh,
when
you
but
keep it. You keep it.
So you get your second one, but when you use
Got
the
it.
second one, you automatically lose the timeout.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So if you yes. So you can't. So you don't like. If you're successful, you won't lose the You
I
won't
like
lose
it.
You-
It's
Shout out to
automatically-
Adam Silver,
It's
man.
automatically a timeout though
I like it.
on the second one.
Shout out to Adam Silver, man. He is trying to make the league better.
All
He
right,
greedy.
y'all. Let's get to the
He greedy, but
nuts and the bolts.
I mean, first of all, he is greedy. I hate to say he greedy, but
Bruh.
he is greedy. This is
He
the
is
business.
greedy.
This is the business, and I don't care how you frame it.
do you see the kind of money he throwing at them for the end season tournament?
We finna get there right now. Now, look, I thought about this real hard. I was like, and I watched the video like 3 times. I'm like, I
Hard to understand.
don't understand this. And so when they did this video, when they did this video, I was like, oh, okay, all right, cool. But I'm just still like, why would I don't understand the reasoning behind it. And when Adam Silver broke it down, I'm like, what? But he compared it to he compared it to soccer. Nobody at this table watches soccer. We don't watch soccer. We don't.
I do. World Cup soccer.
But you know what I don't understand is Adam Silver makes $10 million a year. I did not know that.
Yeah.
The commissioner,
That
Adam
ain't nothing.
Silver though is about that bag.
But he about making the NBA better.
He is.
So we're gonna
Is
we
that
have a
what you
video
call it?
here to break down
Is that what you call it?
to break down what the in-season tournament is, and then we're gonna comment afterward. But he still hasn't gave me a good explanation of why it's needed. He was just like, it's like soccer. When they do in-season tournaments. I mean, I'm like,
It's about money.
That's
He
what
ain't
you
gonna tell
said?
That's what it's for. Listen, the hotels in Vegas prices have skyrocketed for that weekend. Skyrocketed.
Really?
Yes. And here's the thing:
is it December?
it's in December, right before the Christmas Day games. So I
You
don't
trying to
really.
You trying to go?
You know, I was thinking about it. I don't know that I like to be in Vegas when it's hot. It's cold in December. It's not Milwaukee
What's cold?
It's like 50 degrees.
Exactly.
For Vegas.
That's cold.
I know for Vegas that's cold, but we still walking around in shorts in 50-degree weather.
Yeah.
We still hitting the grill.
If you're trying to go, you know I'm always open to some travel.
I know it is.
Night 4 Feet live from but the tickets are going to be different. Like Summer League tickets are
Cheap.
and season tickets they ain't gonna be cheap.
Damn, how you did that?
They're gonna be cheap unless they play at UNLV, which I doubt they're gonna play at UNLV.
They should be playing at the same place. What's the call it is that?
What?
The Summer League.
Summer League is at UNLV. It's on the college
it?
campus. Yeah, NBA is gonna play in the new freaking T-Mobile or whatever. arena
No,
it is.
I thought this where Summer League was at.
Summer
And that
League is
and
at
that
the
Spirum Dome thing.
The Summer League is at the University of Las Vegas. No,
Really?
this is not. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, everybody. The NBA first ever in-season tournament is now official. But how does it work? Like this. First up is group play. All 30 teams will be split into 6 groups, 3 from the East, 3 from the West, with a random draw based on last year's regular season records. Each team in a group plays each other one time, a total of 4 games, 2 at home, 2 on the road.
1, 2, 3,
Now, those games happen Tuesdays and Fridays in November, so set your calendar. Basically, these regular season NBA games also count as tournament games. Now, in each group, the team with the best group play record after those 4 games, they're moving on. The team with the next best record in each conference, those 2 are the wild cards. Always watch out for the wild cards. Now, we get to the knockout round. 8 teams, single elimination. And you know what that means. Win and move on, or lose, and you're out. And the last 4 teams standing, guess what? You're headed to Vegas, baby. That's right. In Las Vegas, the semifinal battles will get us to the championship game on December 9th. 2 teams in a winner-take-all final to be named champion and be awarded the first ever NBA Cup. Come on now. Look, there's a lot to look forward to this season. Players on new teams, rookies new to the league, and teams just looking to make some noise. And the NBA in-season tournament is going to be a can't-miss, must-see, high-stakes, high-level competition. And if you're a hoops head just like me, I promise you, you're going to love it.
Do y'all care?
I care. I don't like that they're awarding a championship trophy.
Why not?
It's a cup.
A cup. I don't like it because what if you win the cup and then lose in the finals?
It's
I don't.
completely different.
I don't like it. I like the concept. I think it makes it be more competitive, but maybe that's what they should have did during the All-Star break. Okay, maybe this is what they should have did for All-Star. I don't like the fact because you're gonna have teams now competing hard to win a cup and not a title.
Think of it like this, bro. You're a wrestling fan. It's
Selectively.
it's like winning the King of the Ring. You're not the world champion, but you're the King of the Ring.
So you're not in WrestleMania,
Right.
but
You're
you
not-
got your moment.
But take in consideration, King of the Ring got us who?
Say that again.
King of the Ring got us who?
Uh,
Birth of Austin.
Steve Austin.
So
Yeah.
look
yeah.
now,
Who?
now it's
Stone
here-
Cold. Don't act
now
like
it's
you
here
don't
somebody
know.
for you
Right.
to look at. Like this team won the cup, so now the second half of the season,
What if you?
now all eyes are on you.
You know what I think though?
So think like, let's say Detroit, for an example. The Pistons will win the cup. For the rest of the season, our eyes are instantly on the Pistons.
Shout out to Adam. Thank you. Shout out to Adam Silver for being a creative genius because what this does, if a random team wins it, you now have garnished what? Interest in this team now. Oh man, Detroit done won the cup. Let me get my tickets if I live in Detroit. Because teams don't start, like we know there was only me and Kesey or was it you and I? Were we all season ticket holders, right? At one point we were all season ticket holders. Let's not act like when the Bucks sucked how bad and empty that arena was.
That's fine.
People didn't come.
Horrible.
People didn't want to come.
Couldn't give the tickets away.
The minute we start winning, the minute Brandon Jennings dropped 55, what started happening? Oh, we got some noise. People start buying tickets and coming to the game. So I think it's great. I think this is great for small markets.
I like the ideal of the tournament, but I just think it should have been replaced with preseason basketball.
It's a good idea.
You mean at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
I mean,
like a preseason battle.
Like a preseason. Another thing he
to
can
make players play harder in the beginning of the season because you know a lot of
what's
players come in playing slouchy, but
That's
now
true.
you got something to play for coming in.
You know what's funny
And I'm
about
sorry,
that?
before you go, I don't know if the part that the video didn't get. Every player on the winning team gets $500,000.
Yeah, they didn't talk about that.
They get $500,000.
But you know what they talked about?
Every player gets $500,000.
Oh my god!
Kesey.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
$500,000, bro. Not for charity, for them.
Yeah, it's a check.
But they still got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
Still $500,000.
Still got to pay taxes.
Still got my
Vegas
check.
doesn't have state taxes, so they ain't got to pay state. They just got to pay federal.
You know how much that is?
But what's it said to you? Oh,
yeah, exactly.
they brought that up.
On a half a
They
million.
brought this up. Kesey,
Federal?
like a college. College do the same thing. College has little tournaments before the season starts.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did. He compared it to that too. I was like, really, Adam? All
it
right,
should have been
fine.
like a preseason tournament,
I
like
can see that.
right after.
I kind of like that better than it's the part that I don't like is it's the middle of the season. I don't like that.
Yeah,
And I put a poll out on Twitter, and I was like, do y'all really care if the Bucks are in tournament champions? Like, do y'all really care about that? They was like, no, I
I
don't.
don't.
I was
I
like,
don't.
But
I
it
understand.
does count. The other part that wasn't mentioned, it does count as a W in their win.
Yes,
column.
that part was in there. That part
What
was
about the losses
these are
don't count,
going
but
towards
the win?
regular season.
Losses do count.
Losses and this is a regular season. These are regular season games,
Yeah.
and they were called towards real regular season.
So it doesn't add extra games. It just changes how the games are played.
But you know what's funny about that?
so the game, so the players, so the teams that play on those Fridays and those Tuesdays in November, they
Are
count
regular
toward
season.
it count towards their regular season,
Yeah,
and it count towards tournament placement.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So 82 games is still being played.
Yeah,
But
that's
this is
it.
my thing. This is my thing. LeBron. People like LeBron, Kawhi. I'll say those two. I don't want to say. I don't want to put LeBron. I'll put in there Kawhi and what's another player anonymous for just sitting. It's just Kawhi. But players like him. But players like him who just like I don't want to play in
Paul
this.
George.
He injured. But the point is, like guys who want to sit out of regular seasons, they're gonna play two. Hey, you gotta play Tuesday and Friday. They're like, nah, I'm not doing that. What you gonna do? I'm not playing. Now what? And then it's a waste of time. Because if even though it counts towards my regular season, if my record is good at the beginning of November, I don't need to play a month of this in-season turn. I don't want to go to Vegas. I don't want to go to Vegas. I'm good. I'll go to Vegas in the off season.
But it's all a part of the regular season still.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like
So
it's already getting
it's
it's already
also-
enough getting these guys to play 65 games. Like to play 65 games now is like
They're still playing 82 games, but at the same time, it's making you have to play harder in those games in that month, pushing the teams to ramp up their play in that time of the season. Because if you look at, they're probably looking at stats and analyticals of how teams play during around that time.
that's true.
They're not playing that good. People don't play until when? After what?
After like February, January,
After All-Star break.
after All-Star break.
After All-Star break, everybody playing. So if you put this in around the time you put it in, I can see you're going to boost up people's play.
So
And you're going to boost up the ratings for those teams that would normally have no ratings at that time.
Are you saying you think teams are gonna go a little extra hard to get this turn to get this?
Because just think of it like this: if a team, like he said, like Detroit, come in and pop off a couple of them teams during that time,
It'd be interesting.
guess what? That's TV time. They getting to it for the cut play.
That's TV
you know what?
time. That's
That's very
ticket
true.
sales. And let's
That's
keep in
very
mind,
true.
Kesey, you said it earlier, some of these players are making league minimum. So there's some incentive to say, you know what? I need this bread.
You know
You
what,
know what I'm saying? Because $500,000 is still $500,000.
You know what, gentlemen? Y'all just say
We in
let's see what happens.
fellas trip.
I'll get the tickets right now.
Matter of fact, let's make it up. We gotta do something.
Let's see what happens.
Bring your old lady with you.
Yeah, I would love to,
We're gonna
man.
Break a date? To
What?
Vegas?
I mean, what ain't nothing down there but gambling and
No,
prostitute.
no, Vegas. So
say pressure.
No.
the process, the Vegas be turning up.
You said pressure.
Let's get this buck started, man. We've been doing too long.
Let's go ahead.
We too old for that, man. Come on, man.
We'll talk about it. But all right, before we get about here, Bucks talk. Like I said before, I think the Bucks had the best offseason. Y'all disagree with me. The band is back together. We signed Chris Middleton. We re-signed Chris for 3-year, $102 million extension. We re-signed Jay Crowder for a 1-year veteran minimum. We re-signed Brooke Lopez for a 2-year, $48 million deal. And re-signed free agent Malik Beasley. Is it Beasley? For $2.7 million deal. I say we had the best offseason. I don't see why not.
I like it.
I like
I like it a
Malik,
lot.
I like the addition of Malik Beasley. He's
I
young.
do like that. Like
he's a
3
younger.
and D.
He's a younger Wesley Matthews.
Exactly. I like
'Cause
the
I
Jay
wonder-
Crowder
'cause-
coming back for the veteran minimum just to see, hey, I'm gonna show y'all what I can really do.
Yeah.
And I do like, to me, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but the head coach was at Summer League and he was coaching.
Yes.
He was. Okay. So that's what I thought I saw.
Yes.
I like that too. I like that too. Get to know your players, getting to do.
The Bucks needed some change, and hopefully this is the change that we needed. It was getting dry over here for a second.
It was.
It was.
Scary.
It was getting dry.
And like I said, I didn't think Lopez was gonna sign. I didn't know Middleton was gonna sign. Word
Well, I
on the
told you
streets.
Lopez
He
is
played
getting
Houston.
career.
Houston thought they had him. He played.
Didn't we just get his brother back?
Yep.
Yeah, we re-signed his brother too.
Right, it's
I mean,
probably part of the deal.
it
You
probably
know
was.
Milwaukee loves keeping family together.
By the way, speaking of family, the other Antetokounmpo is still a free agent.
Which one?
They say he's talking about going
His
back to
brother.
Greece.
Dad or the other one?
Thanos,
Adonis. The Nassus.
Thanasis?
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo. So he still a free agent.
I heard that he was talking about going back to play in Greece. Though.
Yeah, he
I
should be going over to
look.
Spain.
All I know
He
is
said that he
this.
was talking about relocating back to Greece.
All
He's
I know
tired
is
of being.
this.
He's tired of being a cheerleader. He ready to play.
Hey, all I know is this.
He wants some minutes.
Okay, like you said, we need to keep Giannis happy.
He
So
got a ring already, so
that's true. That is very true.
And he got paid for 5 years.
He
And he
did.
lived with Giannis all 5 years, so he got money.
I don't know. I don't
he might
know.
be going home because you got to remember they still take care of their people.
They do.
home.
And they're not citizens either.
Right.
So they can't.
Hey, all I know is this.
You gotta remember they got a
Next
soccer
thing you know, he on the Knicks. Let's just say for giggles, he's with the Knicks. I'm looking at him like, ooh.
I wonder what's up with the younger
Ooh.
brother though. How he
he
doing?
plays in Greece.
He play in Greece.
That's probably where he's going to go play.
Alex?
Yeah,
Is he?
yeah,
It would make sense.
it would. Well, that's been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. You can catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We keep talking about this TikTok thing, but eventually it'll happen. You can also listen to us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, and SoundCloud. Agree with us?
Probably not.
This is 94 Feet Podcast.
The
Peace.
nation, baby.
Peace, good people.